Hey everybody, it is Daniel here for Mobile Syrup, and today I'm looking at the Kobo Vox. This is an Android tablet that Kobo has just released. This is the company that's brought you traditionally e-readers and apps for the different platforms, Android, iOS, and Blackberry, and it's done very well for itself, and I think in order to be competitive with Amazon, they have released a 7-inch tablet that's running on the Android platform. So I went to Future Shop, I picked this up, it's $199, it's available in 4 colors, it's kind of aquamarine blue, there's fuchsia, there's jet black, and there's lime green. This is the jet black version. It was the last one in the store. These are selling like hotcakes, and I wanted to pick one up to try for myself, so let's take a look, do a little bit of an unboxing. You can see a nicely designed box, Kobo Vox e-reader, comes with all this good stuff. It's 7-inch AFFS plus, that means that it's readable outside. It's going to be one of those really nice displays that hopefully will do a good job. It comes with Wi-Fi, BGN. It runs Android 2.3, has 8 gigs of storage, but also has expandable micro SD, 6 hours of battery, and it's only 13.4 millimeters thick and 400 grams. It comes with a charger and a USB cable and all that. So let's crack this baby open and take a look. Now I've taken off the stubborn plastic there. Let's throw this to the side, and there we go. So here it is. It is a 7-inch tablet. Looks a little bit like the Playbook actually, and also a little bit like the Kindle Fire. Just turn on the button there. There's a power button at the top of the device. You can see there's a speaker on the right hand side. Let me get this to focus. On the top right, and if we go around the body, nothing on the right hand side. The bottom of the device, you can see there's a micro USB port over here and a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. On the left hand side of the device looks to be the micro SD slot, and there's a volume rocker, and on the back of the device you can see this quilted textured Kobo. Now it's kind of a traditional, I guess, even though the company's only 2 years old. They've definitely made this a de facto standard in their ebook readers, their e-ink based ebook readers, so this continues on the 7-inch Kobo tablet. So we'll put this to the side quickly and we'll take a look at what's in the box. You can see there's a manual here. Welcome to Kobo. You get 3 free ebooks, which is very cool. You also get these stickers, Read On, Kobo, Read On, and Read On. So I guess, you know, you can stick that to your laptop if you're so inclined. And the rest of it is just a standard, looks like a Blackberry charger here, pretty much is. Rebranded as Kobo. And also it supports different voltages, so you can take this overseas if you have an adapter, and a standard micro USB plug. Alright, let's put that crap away. Put the box to the side. And here's the reader. So you can see you have this getting started page. And you can see just from the very beginning there's the back menu and home buttons that are standard on most Android devices, so I'm gonna get started here. So this is a little overview. I guess you can't skip it. So in the meantime, I do have a Blackberry Playbook here, so let's just compare them in terms of size. They appear to be pretty much identical. You know, the Vox kind of fits over it and covers it entirely. You can see the build quality is a little bit better on the Playbook, and the placement of all the buttons are different, but in terms of size, sorry, my Playbook's disgusting, but in terms of size, they're pretty much the same. Obviously there's no camera on the Vox, and it's running a slower 800 megahertz single core processor, but you know, that's pretty much standard. Oh, okay, so What am I doing here? It's not letting me get past. Alright, so first bug I've encountered is the touchscreen not exactly the most accurate. I'm going to turn this off and figure this out and come back. Okay, so hopefully you're still with me. All it took was a reboot to get the screen cooperating again. Apparently the screen did not register any of my touches, or it was registering my fingers in different parts of the screen. The one thing I noticed as well, which I'll try to show you while this update is downloading, is you can actually see it here. There's serious backlight bleeding issues. So on the bottom left, I saw some here all the way around on the bottom. So clearly these have been very quickly brought to market, certainly not as high quality control for a $200 product. That's not to say that the screen is not sharp, which it is. It's got a 1024 by 600 resolution, so it's going to be as sharp as the Galaxy Tab, the original Galaxy Tab, or the Blackberry Playbook. You can see that the first time I turned it on and logged into my Wi-Fi, we have an update to download. So we'll hopefully get that finished and installed, and we can take a look at the interface. Okay, so here is the main menu, and we're going to press Get Started. We've already set up our Wi-Fi, and let's try to go to a new version. So check. So this just updated. It took about 10 minutes to update a new version, so hopefully there's not another one to download. This is a capacitive touch screen. It does not appear to be extremely responsive, so first impression is pretty disappointing, considering that I had an issue with the touchscreen sensitivity, and then I had to install a firmware that took about 15 minutes from start to finish, and now I'm having more touch response problems. I'm going to sign in here, and we'll attempt to use the device. So give me 1 second. Just to show you, the keyboard is pretty similar to what you'd get on a stock Android 2.3 keyboard, although it's been skinned white. So we've logged in to our Kobo account, and it's asking us to connect with Facebook, and this is so that we can use their Pulse social networking platform to share what we've been reading and what we've liked about certain books. So I would normally do this, but let's skip it just to get started using the device. So you can see right at the top there's an Android notification bar. I can bring that right down, and what you have is what you would normally have in an Android tablet is kind of a quick menu setting here. Now we have reading life, which totals the amount of read time that we have, the number of books that we've completed, and the number of pages that we've turned. Not sure how we've turned 18 pages since we've haven't actually touched this, but maybe it's cumulative since I started using Pulse or Reading Life in a previous app, since I've used this on the iPad. Now it's also going to download all of my previous Kobo books. I have 16 books there, and when I get rid of the notification bar, it can show you I have, I can scroll between all of these books in a 3D view. So there you go. Let's get started. So I can pretty much rest assured that I've never downloaded a Franklin book nor Europe Essentials. I believe these are and Sweet Dreams Desserts. These are the 3 books that you get for free. These show off the color capabilities of the screen that Kobo provides for free. So I'm going to go right into Europe Essentials. You can see how kind of how slow that is and choppy to start, but once I'm sure we get started, it's going to be a pretty smooth experience. So you can see I'm flipping through pages here, and looks pretty good actually. For an ebook, you can go into the menu, you can change the brightness, you can go into settings, automatically turn pages, notifications while reading. I can touch the middle of the page and that can open up another set of menus. Nope. That can open up, well, I guess you can't change the size of the text here because this is a predetermined color book, but let me go back to my reading library here, and hopefully I can show you that. So right now you can see that I'm scrolling through the list of books, a little bit choppy, but you can go through the all previews or the books you've already purchased. I can open up my reading life so I can see how many books I have. I've earned 11 out of 24 rewards. I have 418 pages per hour. I don't think that's true either, so I'm not sure how I got that one. I've earned all of these awards, and I can share them on Facebook if I want, or I can go right into the store, and there I can purchase new books for $9.99 all the way up to probably $19.99. Let's look up the Steve Jobs biography, see if it's around. So this one's on sale for $17.99. And I can either purchase it or I can preview it. And that's going to add it to my library. And now it's going to download a free preview. So if I go into the second book here, it's going to show me as a preview. I'm just going to show you one of the books that I'm currently reading, The Life and Times of Mordecai Richler, just to show you the ability to change the text size and a bunch of other stuff. So this is going to have a little bit more, I hope, in terms of changing the styling. So you can see you can change the font size. You can use this scroll bar to change the font size. You can change the font style. There's a bunch of different fonts here. I like Gil Sans, so we'll change it to that. You can use the system brightness or override it, or you could use night mode. And you could use a 2-page layout or a single page, depending on if you're using it in landscape like this. So I can go into settings here, and I can go to 2 pages, and that will change just like that. So then I can scroll through the book. There's no fancy page turn animations, nothing like that, just simple reading. You can thumbs up a certain page. You can bring that to Facebook if you want, and you can comment on a certain passage as well. So that's the Kobo book. Now the Kobo book app, if I press home, you're actually going to find an Android-like home screen. So you have a widget here, you have Facebook, you have Gmail, you have your Kobo widget that kind of accumulates your latest reads. You have your browser here, so I can go in and I can hopefully search for mobile syrup. And you can see the keyboard is now pretty responsive, though certain areas are not. Now this is quoted as 6 hours of battery life, so I'll have to test that out and see if that's true. So you can see we have just the standard Android 2.3 browser. Now this runs Android 2.3.3, so you can see the black notification bar there. It does support pinch to zoom. It's a little bit choppy, but it is there. Go back to the home screen. I can open up the app drawer, and there you go. We have basically Android 2.3 here. We have browser, you can have the calendar, you can get the market, go to the marketplace. It's renamed as Get Apps. Okay, we don't actually have the Android marketplace, we have Get Jar. That's interesting. But we do have some stock Twitter apps. So we have stock Android apps. We have Rdio and Twitter, Zinio, YouTube, and some pre-installed stuff. We have Globe to Go email. It's a Globe to Go paper. That's Globe Mail. We have Facebook and the gallery here. We also have a dedicated firmware update app, and we have Gmail if we want to go into the settings and apply a Gmail account. So I'll go into settings, and you can actually see very well that this is Android 2.3.3. They're not trying to hide Android the way that the Kindle Fire is. You can see the battery level is 60%. You can see what's been using the battery. And you have 5 home screens here. You can flip through them. So again, performance is not great, just from initial, from my initial test here. If I go to GetJar, I can download different apps, and it operates pretty much as the normal Android App Store would. You can download straight from the browser, and you can use it. It downloads it as an APK here. So I'm downloading the Dolphin browser. So if I click on there, I should be able to. Oh, because I have to change my unknown sources installation here. So that's another one of Android's little quirks. Now I have to go back. Okay, so this touch response is pretty bad. But keep in mind that it is downloading those books in the back, but still pretty poor performance so far. So if I go to downloads and I click on there, should be able to download and install Dolphin Browser HD. So you can also see, just from the get-go, pretty good screen, but definitely a fingerprint magnet. Does not look like there's any oleophobic coating on there like on the iPad or something like Gorilla Glass that's usually on different phones and tablets. So let's see if performance improves once this finishes. Now, because it's running Gingerbread, it does support Flash, which is definitely a bonus, although I'm not sure exactly how it would run, considering how poor the performance has been so far. So let's go to NewYorkTimes.com. So this opens up the mobile page first. And the text renders pretty well, and it's smooth on this mobile page. But let's go to the full, come on. As I said, touch accuracy is pretty horrendous. There we go. So pinch to zoom is pretty painful. I mean, the page loads fast enough, but processing power is pretty bad. I'm trying to click on something and it goes to another link. Let's look at some video here. So it's just kind of stuck here loading. Alright, so that's enough depressing news for the day. So far, again, impressions are pretty bad. I wouldn't recommend this to anybody looking for the highest performing Android tablet. I mean, touch response is, you know, negligible. It's pretty awful, in fact. But it's cheap. It's $199.99. It comes to $225 with tax, and you get an Android 2.3 tablet that, you know, you can take around with you, throw around, read your favorite books. And if that's all you're looking for, then, you know, go for it. I think you'll really enjoy the Vox. Otherwise, stick with something a bit more expensive. You know, if you are in the market for an Android tablet, go for the upcoming Samsung Galaxy Tab 7.0, which will have an Exynos processor inside it. It's dual core. It's got a high-res screen. It's going to be, you know, probably $200 to $300 more than this, but the experience is going to be infinitely better, and you're going to have access to the same apps. So this has been a look at the brand new Kobo Vox. It's $199, and it's available from KoboBooks.com or Future Shop and Best Buy. And this has been Daniel from Mobile Syrup. Thanks for sticking around.